From shanks on the easiest holes to double bogeys under the brightest spotlight, the US Open has given us some of golf's most jaw-dropping disasters. These are the 20 worst golf shots in US. Let's start our countdown at number 20. Standing on the 18th green with a chance to win the US Open, Dustin Johnson had a 12-footer for eagle. He missed, but still had a 4-footer to force a playoff. That one missed too. In seconds, his shot at the trophy was gone, and Jordan Spieth walked away the champion.
Well, now there's work.
Not an easy one.
Jordan Spieth has won the US Open.
From missed putts under pressure to a shot so wild it had fans holding their breath. TC Chen was leading the US Open when disaster struck on the 5th hole of the final round. Trying to chip from the rough, his club hit the ball twice in one swing. The rare double hit cost him dearly, and his lead vanished. Andy North went on to take the title.
On this chip shot, TC Chen's club inadvertently but clearly hits his ball twice during the final round of the 1985 US Open.
From a painful double hit to one of the most bizarre bunker moments you'll ever see. All he needed was a simple 2-foot putt to seal the US Open, and he missed. The crowd went silent. Goosen regrouped and eventually won in a playoff the next day, but the miss is still one of the most shocking short putt blunders in major championship history.
Was not able to do that. Didn't learn anything from Coles there.
Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh, Jesus.
That's got to be the shortest missed putt I've ever seen.
That's the shortest missed putt in the history of golf right now. In the history.
From a painful double hit in a major to a tee shot that left everyone asking, where on earth was he aiming? Holding a 3-shot lead on the 18th tee, Garrigus just needed to play it safe. Instead, he yanked his drive deep into trouble, then compounded the mistake with more errant shots. The collapse forced a playoff, which he lost, turning what should have been a comfortable win into a nightmare finish.
Final round of the 2010 St. Jude Classic, and Robert Garrigus held a commanding 3-shot lead.
From a Sunday collapse to a moment where pressure turned a simple shot into chaos. Now, if you think that's bad, wait until you hear about Winged Foot 2006. Leading by 1, Mickelson pulled driver and sliced it into a hospitality tent. Then he tried a hero shot, straight into a tree. From there, the collapse was complete. Double bogey, no US Open trophy, and one of golf's most infamous choke moments.
Slice that I use at like 13 at Augusta and some other holes and overcut that. I had a good lie. I had to hit a big carving slice around the tree. If I hit it in the gallery and it doesn't cut, I'm fine. I can still make bogey, maybe even par. And I ended up hitting the tree. I thought I just put the 3-iron on the green, or if not, right around it to get up and down.
Missed the third. Moving forward.
Get him! He's hit it very high, but way left. He's going to try to get it up and in from, well, it's got the front left bunker.
Fried egg in there. It is just implanted in that bunker, and Ogilvy has been watching all of it. This is a nightmare right here.
I don't know what happened on those bunkers. I've never seen that much sand all week. I still am in shock that I did that. I just can't believe that I did that. I am such an idiot.
And yet, someone else in that same tournament also found trouble on 18. Tied for the lead, Montgomery hit a perfect drive, then pulled his approach into thick rough. From there, the short game vanished. He walked off with a double bogey, dropping from possible champion to heartbreaking loss in minutes.
Boy, sitting in the middle, or a perfect spot in the fairway, looking at a birdie, making 6. Yows.
But Monty wasn't the only one whose short game betrayed him. On the 72nd hole, Johnson grounded his club in what looked like a patch of dirt. The problem? It was actually a bunker, by local rule. The 2-stroke penalty knocked him out of a playoff, leaving him stunned and the golf world buzzing.
Johnson again playing his second shot. Leading the par for the win. It put us this to the left. and finds the deep cabbage. Johnson knocked it to 11 feet and had this for his par. It was not to be, and a sigh of relief as Bubba Watson and Martin Keimer look on. Johnson knocks in his par, and it looks like a three-way playoff with Bubba Watson, Martin Keimer, and Dustin Johnson. But as he walked off the green, he was informed by a PGA Tour official that there may have been an infraction. Take a closer look at his second shot from the right side of the 18th. He grounded his club in the bunker. He did not sign a scorecard yet, so he has taken a 2-stroke penalty.
From a rules nightmare, let's move to a pure swing disaster. Rory was running away with the lead, but on one hole, he hooked his tee shot so far left it nearly left the property. It didn't cost him the win, he still dominated. But it's a reminder that even champions can hit one shocker.
Johnson again playing his second shot, leading a par.
And sometimes, the big mistakes happen right when you can't afford them. Day's club caught the turf before the ball on a simple fairway shot. The result? A topped ball that rolled only a few yards. For a player known for power and precision, it was a moment he'd rather forget.
Knocks in his par, and it looks like a three-way playoff with Bubba Watson, Martin Keimer, and Dustin Johnson. But as he walked off the green, he was in...
If that's a small mishit, the next one is a huge missed chance. Els had a short birdie putt to keep his US Open hopes alive, and it lipped out in slow motion. The crowd groaned, and so did Els. Those are the kinds of misses that keep you awake at night.
Oh, Ernie. Oh, Ernie.
My.
Phil, yeah, that's a bit... Wow.
That's one of the weirdest results
Tommy
we've ever
Spencer
seen.
in our tower will tell us the only player ever to miss a green with a putter, I don't think there's anybody. Has anybody tried, apart from, no, not hit the green with a putter? He actually did not hit it. Guys have hit it on the green, it's gone off the other side. But I bet that's the first guy.
Now we go from bad putting luck to a complete collapse. Needing birdie to force a playoff, Phil's drive clipped a tree and fell short. His second shot came up short too, and the chance was gone. Another US Open heartbreak for Mickelson. This time in a year, he led after 3 rounds.
Bones is telling me will not go as far off the pine straw as it does off the fairway.
So we have a much easier up and down if I go past it high.
Do it. Okay.
And I think it's more than enough to take care of any carry.
It certainly is more enough to take care of the front, yes.
He's going for it, Peter.
He's going for it. He was asking how far past the hole before he would come back, so this might be the tournament. Clean contact. And an unbelievable shot by Mickelson. Absolutely incredible.
But if you think that's painful, wait until you see what happens when frustration completely takes over. On the 18th green, Danny Lee had a straightforward par putt, and then everything went wrong. He missed once, then again, and before the crowd knew it, he'd 6-putted. Furious, he slammed his putter into his bag and withdrew from the tournament right after. It was pure golfing rage on display.
We can reveal exactly what took place. This was his first putt from just about 4 feet or so, guys.
That's for par.
Yeah, that would have seen him.
That's for par.
We'll have a third round 73.
Yeah, that's one. That's this 2. Just a little bit of a pull. All right, happens to the best of us.
Expecting to tap.
Yeah, this is where things go completely haywire, and the brain just goes, you know, I've had enough. I've had enough of this U.S. Open stuff. I've had enough of this golf course. That's a shame. It is. It's not a good look, but hey, I live in a glass house. We've all been there. I've never quite done that. But David, there is something I have done. I've never done this more than a couple times. I've never done this more than 10, 12, I've never times, right? Oh yeah, here we go.
Wow.
From a meltdown with the putter to one of the most legendary collapses in golf history, Van de Velde stepped onto the 18th tee of the Open needing just a double bogey to win. Instead, he found water, rough, and a bunker before carding a triple bogey. It forced a playoff, which he lost. The image of him standing in the Barry Burn is burned into golf history.
That's a good word.
After deciding against playing from the water, Van de Velde dropped into more trouble. The French assisted Bonnie Prince Charlie. Van de Velde was now making his own contribution to the task.
And if that surprised you, the next one will make you cover your eyes. Garcia misjudged the wind on a tee shot, sending it straight into the water. Then, under pressure, he hit his next one. Into the water again. 2 mistakes, 1 hole, and his US Open hopes sunk. From water trouble, let's move to one of the wildest putting disasters ever. On a tricky green, Na just couldn't get the ball in the hole. Miss after miss piled up, and before it was over, he'd taken 6 putts. The crowd gasped, and Na laughed it off, but deep down, it had to sting.
16, Kevin Na. Oh, how about that shot? How about that shot?
Kurt.
He was stuck on the side of that mound, Justin, and that was sort of Phil Mickelson-like.
That is what I'm here for right there.
Oh my gosh, was that any good?
That ball traveled about 100 yards in the air, but it only went about 20.
Oh,
that was crazy.
Good job on our cameraman following this thing. And there's no way he expected this. Look at that. He had to go way high to pick it up. What a shot by Kevin Na.
And while that's painful, the next one might be even harder to watch. In a tense Sunday battle, Rory 3-putted from barely inside 20 feet. The mistake killed his momentum and opened the door for others. In majors, you just can't give away shots like that.
For McIlroy coming down the stretch.
Now for a moment where one bad swing cost everything. Tied for the lead, Furyk stepped to the 18th tee and pushed his drive far right into deep trouble. From there, his chance at the trophy was gone. A single swing at the worst possible time.
El Open en Olympic fue todo lo que se esperaba. Emoción, drama.
¡Oh, no!
Un duck hook de esos rápidos. Y ahora...
¡Wow! McDowell.
From a heartbreaking tee shot to a moment that ended in a real-life injury scare. During the Ryder Cup in Paris, Koepka's tee shot on the par 4 6th hole veered left into the crowd. It struck a woman in the eye, causing a serious injury and partial vision loss. Koepka was visibly shaken and checked on her immediately, but the accident overshadowed the golf for the rest of the day.
Here's the shot here, and you can see him pointing, clutching, and yelling, and man, this hit somebody in the crowd very seriously. This woman now apparently hit her in the eye, and she has reportedly lost sight in her eye. That is a very serious, and apparently that shook Brooks Koepka up for the rest of that round. So he must have known how serious it was when he went over to check on her.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm amazed when we're out on the road at the PGA Tour events, how liberal and how flexible the spectators are with these things, hanging in, looking over ropes. Yes, they're the best players in the world, but...
From an unfortunate accident to one of the strangest shot decisions you'll ever see. Faced with an impossible lie near the green, Mickelson tried something only he would think of. A reverse flop shot, swinging backwards to send the ball over his own head. It didn't work. The ball barely moved, leaving commentators stunned and fans wondering what they'd just seen.
Well, he's got a lot of nerve and a lot of imagination. Green is behind him. But that doesn't stop Phil. That's why he's so exciting to watch. Talent and imagination.
And if you think that's wild, wait until you see the most cringeworthy moment of them all. And if you think that's wild, wait until you see the most jaw-dropping miss in modern golf history. In a moment that stunned fans, Mickelson stood over what looked like a tap-in, just a few inches from the hole. And then, he missed. The crowd gasped, the cameras zoomed in, and Phil gave that "did that just happen?" smile. It was a rare mental lapse from one of golf's greats, and a brutal reminder that nothing in this game is guaranteed.
Here at the third, and
From 1 foot.
taps it in for par, and you will not believe that.
The 20 worst shots in US Open history and beyond. Golf is a game of inches, and sometimes, those inches feel like miles. Click here to watch more and see the moments that made us laugh, gasp, and shake our heads in disbelief.